What's going on, guys? Today we are updating the quarterback tier list, and it has been almost exactly a month since the last QB tier list, and I try to update these tier lists every single month, but honestly we didn't get that many new quarterbacks over the last month, and today they just told us that team of the year won't be till March. So I don't know what's going on right now, but we actually didn't get that many quarterbacks. Maybe about 8 we're going to talk about in today's video, which is very low, very low. Okay, so let's waste no time. Let's just get started here with Denard Robinson. And I really do like the QB landscape right now. I feel like there's a good mix of QBs that can run, a good mix of QBs that can pass well from the pocket, and a good mix of kind of both. Denard Robinson is one of those guys that is more of a runner, has really good ball carrier stats, even some pretty good accuracy stats, honestly. Good speed, good acceleration at 6 foot with even a decent release. They did change his release to Slinger 4, which is not that bad. Really, any slinger release is pretty good. So, yeah, Denard, he's a decent passer, but obviously you would get this card to run read options, triple options, stuff like that. So, free fast break, fearless. You can run gunslinger if you want to. I feel like probably the best passing setup, if you don't want to run fearless, maybe it could be pass lead gunslinger for 5 AP, or if you want to go 8 AP, you can run this setup here, or fast break, fearless. I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know. But that's Denard Robinson. We're going to be throwing him. I think he's A tier. Because in a certain play style, you could definitely utilize this card, and he's able to be very effective. So I'm going to put Denard he's going to end up at like low A tier. Okay, so next up, we have another running quarterback, another scrambler. We have Josh Johnson here. Very similar to Denard Robinson. I honestly don't know. I mean, I like Denard more. It's close, but I do like Denard just a little bit more. But yeah, similar stats, good ball carrier stats, 6'3", 215, so good size. However, this card's release is really bad. It has a Gen 1 release, which is absolutely horrendous. So you're definitely going to want to run Gunslinger on this card, which, you can kind of pick what you want to run on him. But again, not perfect abilities. I think for yesterday's video, I ran Set Feet, Gunslinger, Fast Break, kind of the best of everything. But that release is just so bad where I really don't know if you could run this card too effectively. I really just do not know. So with that being said, I am going to throw Josh Johnson like down here-ish. The card is cool. The fact that you have a usable Josh Johnson in the game, but that release to me really does kill the card. The abilities are pretty good. They can be pretty good, and I guess you could use them in a certain scheme, and he could be effective, but for a vast majority of people, he's going to be a mid to high B tier card. Real quick before we hop into our next quarterback, I have to remind you to hit that subscribe button. I know we just hit 40,000 subscribers, but we are now on the long road to 50,000. So of course, if you are new here, any support is appreciated. Regardless, I do appreciate you watching today's video, and let's get right on to the next quarterback. So next up, we have Daniel Jones, and this card is honestly really good. I had a lot of fun using this Daniel Jones card. 93 speed, 97 acceleration. The reason why I like Daniel Jones cards is because he's kind of has the body and the build of a pocket passer, and they always give him like field general archetype. That might change because he ran for like 800 yards this year. Who knows? I mean, EA doesn't really know their archetypes anyway, but yeah, field general with good size, great speed. Carrying could definitely be a little bit higher. But yeah, the COD's there. This card is honestly really good and lots of fun to use, and also does get a pretty good mix of abilities like free fast break, hot route master, or fearless. And then I think for this video, I probably ran fearless, gunslinger, or maybe I ran protected. I don't know. I like it setup. No matter what setup you really go with, you really can't go wrong depending on your playstyle. But that free fast break to me is really nice. I like having that option on Daniel Jones's cards. With that being said, I'm gonna put Daniel Jones. I honestly kind of view him like with Patrick Mahomes. I feel like their ability setups are very similar. I think I do like Daniel Jones actually better, like a better release, better height, better speed. I'm going to go with Danny here. The next man up is the Ghost Cam Newton. 93 speed, 96 acceleration, good ball carrier stats, good accuracy stats, has the same release as Daniel Jones, 6'5", 245. This guy is just kind of a bigger Daniel Jones. That's kind of the best description I have for you. I guess it's just because Cam Newton has better, less passing abilities. That's probably the main thing. Like Daniel Jones can get protected or hot route and or gunslinger, right? But Cam Newton, you're kind of stuck and limited to running fearless with probably fast break. So yeah, probably more for like a runner. So fearless, fast break, and then I think I used to run set feet on him for just 5 AP, which is honestly not a bad setup. But this card is definitely more towards the runners, and he's honestly pretty good. Again, I had a lot of fun using the Cam Newton card. I'm going to throw him kind of, I think he's below Daniel. I think Daniel has more versatility, and same with Patty. Patty's kind of more of like a pocket guy. I think Cam kind of falls somewhere in this range around Rodgers and yeah, Bledsoe. I'm going to put him right here. So next up, we have Steve Young. And I really do think Steve Young was a top 3 option in the game for maybe about 4 days until Lamar came out, because he was the only really usable Slinger 3 quarterback in the game. And I really do believe that Slinger 3 is the best release right now. It's right now my favorite to use. I use it in CFM. Lamar has it. I loved Steve Young when he had it, mainly because of how good the deep to mid release is. It's honestly ridiculous. If you've not tried Slinger 3 yet, I recommend you do. So Steve Young, good stats. He's a lefty, of course, with, you know, good speed, good accuracy stats, good ball carrier stats. The abilities are also pretty good. Decent versatility here. I don't think you really need Gunslinger with Slinger 3. So you could always run Fearless, Hot Route, and maybe Set Feet for 6 AP, or maybe you just want to go with, you know, Gunslinger Pass Lead or Fearless Pass Lead for just 3 AP. There's a lot of really good cheap setups that can be super viable and usable with Steve Young. So I'm a fan of this card. I think he probably would have been in S tier if Lamar didn't come out, but Lamar is out right now, and yeah, that kind of moves Steve Young down for me because he's no longer the best Slinger 3 option. The next man up is legend Mark Brunell, and when this card was first revealed, there wasn't much hype around him, mainly because it wasn't like the flashiest name. But then in the morning, we figured out that he has Slinger 1, the best release in the game right now, the Rodgers, the Elway release, with some good speed as well. I mean, 89 speed is pretty solid. I mean, I know we have 97, 98, even 99 speed guys coming out soon, but still 89 speed's nice. You're able to step in the pocket, maybe fight for 5 to 10 yards if you really need to with Brunell. And I really do believe he is the best pocket passer option right now in the game, mainly because of this setup right here. If we go ahead and we power up Mark Brunell, for just 5 AP, you are able to run Fearless, Hot Route, and Set Feet. This combo right here for just 5 AP is super, super deadly. And the main reason why I have him over John Elway, for example, if I will show you right here, Elway's still amazing, but Elway's AP simply cannot, you know, compete with Brunell. You are able to save 2 AP for the same setup with Fearless, Hot Route, and Set Feet for 7 AP compared to Brunell with just 5. So with that being said, Brunell right to the top of S tier. I do believe he is the best pocket passer option currently in the game. And finally, last but not least, we have the AKA new class Lamar Jackson. And to me, I think Lamar is a good mix of being able to be a good passer, but also being the best running quarterback in the game right now. And I think it's not even really close. If you look at the QB landscape right now, if we take a look at this tier list, who's the other good running QB? And maybe Daniel Jones could be up here as far as having a good mix, but pure runners, you're going to be talking about probably Denard Robinson, Cam Newton, and maybe like Josh Johnson's in there, Mike Vick's in there, maybe even RG. RG's a little bit too slow at this point, but I think by far, if you're a runner with your quarterbacks, he should be your quarterback, and I will explain why. First of all, 96 speed, ridiculous. Has good carrying, which doesn't really matter that much. I mean, I guess it could, but crazy COT, crazy break tackle, crazy juke move. Even the passing stats are really good. 94 throw under pressure, good accuracy stats, throw power, it's all there. And of course, most importantly, he has Slinger 3, which, like I said, in my opinion, is the best release right now in the game. The ball just gets out so fast, and I really, you know, I don't know. I just feel weird without it at this point. I've gotten so used to it so fast. But the reason why I think Lamar is the best is because of these abilities right here. So he does get fast break and Set Feet for just 3 AP, which is obviously really, really nice if you're a runner. If you're more of a passer, you could also maybe go Hot Route or Fearless for just 3 AP or 4 AP. But I also just love the fact that he does get Truz X Factor for just 1 AP, which is really just the ability not to fumble. And it starts on, and unless you get sacked or tackled for a loss, you're not going to lose it. And you also do get it back naturally in just 4 or 5 plays. So Truz, in my opinion, is amazing for a runner because you literally cannot fumble. So you don't have to play on conservative. You can make guys miss. You can kind of get a little risky with Lamar. I mean, I try hurdling guys with Truz. That's how fun this card is. But yeah, Set Feet. I run Fast Break, Set Feet, and Truz for just 4 AP, which is very tough to beat. And, you know, you really can't compare it to the other AP setups. Maybe Cam Newton, but Lamar has a better setup because he also does get the ability literally not to fumble. So with that being said, I'm going to put Lamar at the top, but just know him and Brunell can be switched around depending on your play style. For me, the tier list looks like this. So yeah, drop a comment down below. What do you think? Who's too high? Who's too low? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you boys in the next one.